Hi everyone. So today I was planning that I will continue with the same topic which I discussed yesterday. I mean, in my last video, it was COVID-19, which is currently a very good topic to discuss and to discuss in a way to bring awareness so that less people may get affected by it, by spreading knowledge, correct knowledge, and by educating people for how it transmits and what are the remedies and how can you be protected and so forth, so on. So yeah, but that was my last topic, and tomorrow is a Sunday, and on 22nd is 22nd. This is the month of March. So March the 22nd, 2020 is curfew day. Yeah, the curfew will be there for 14 hours. So since this is a phase, this is a very saddening phase, literally, because we all are working from our home, right? And we are not allowed to get outside. This is for our sake, this is for our safety. So we should abide by the rules, and this is not the imposed rules, but these are the rules which have been implied by ourselves on us for our safety. So for that sake, we will not get out of our houses tomorrow for 14 hours, from morning 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. in the night, and at 5 o'clock we need to clap or hit the pots or pans, going outside, not outside, but in the patio or in the balcony. You can go outside, and it's a kind of a tribute to those who are supporting us, who are for us, who are working for us, the doctors, the policemen, everybody. So we will owe our respect to them, and it'll be a great gesture, literally, about which the Prime Minister came on to the TV and mentioned it, requested. It was not a request, but it was an pretty heart-touching thing, because it touched the heart. Why I'm saying it touched the heart? Because those who are working literally hard out there, the doctors, they are risking their life for our sake. So they do deserve this gesture from us, and it'll be a sign of unity as well, right? It'll be a good one. It'll be a good scene to sight on. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm a bit quite excited how it'll look like at 5 p.m. tomorrow. So this is the thing that will happen. This is a green tea, lemon honey. Yeah, it's a lemon honey. This is my favorite, so I prefer this. Good for health. So yeah, coming back to the topic that will be of today, and that is the NIRBHAYA case that got sorted out completely. The justice delayed. Once again, it's been proved that justice delayed is not justice denied, and there are a lot of crests and troughs went on before the final judgment was passed. The final judgment, obviously, it had to be strangled. These all four rapists had to be strangled, and which ultimately happened. They all were strangled. Their necks were in the gallows, which we all were expecting, which we all were desiring. So it was it is done now. But before that, see, there are two different kind of personalities involved in this case. One was Mr. Krishnan, Dayan Krishnan, who was a public prosecutor in this case, and the other guy is AP Singh. This guy is a defense lawyer. So the argument, the case was quite simple. He had to move forward, and the whole society was behind him. Mr. Public Prosecutor, he took the case under him, and he did not charge anything. It was completely free of cost. So it is a great service to humanity, and it is an exemplary service that he exhibited. Right? Lawyers like us, it's simply an example. And if you do a job, the job is for the benefit of others. Obviously, it's a win-win situation. You get paid, the other gets service. So if you serve other, you should think first for the betterment of the society, the ambience, the environment, everything, physically or socially. And these are the posts. I'm not posts, but yes. What's the job of a lawyer? The job of a lawyer is to provide justice, true justice, right? If the lawyer starts playing around with the job which he holds under his belt, the position that he acquires, a senior lawyer or a junior lawyer or a barrister or an advocate, whatever position he has acquired at that point of time, and he handles a case, or if she handles a case, the first priority is to look forward for the betterment of the society, right? And then bring all your expertise and competencies into picture to sort that case out, going deep down into the case and weaving the factuals in a manner as it has to be presented in front of the justice or the Mr. Justice, respected Mr. Justice in the court, right? So it's a temple, and these are the worshippers. So the worshippers should be pious enough to present their respective case in front of the God so that it can be heard and the problem can be resolved or solved. Likewise, in this case, this is an exemplary case. Why I'm discussing it, because it is in the favor of the security, right? Although there are a few lacuna in the body of the law, which are being run from the last seven decades probably now, and so this case is also reflecting the pitfalls that are there, right? When I say pitfalls, it means it literally is a pitfall. It's not a chasm. There's not a chasm. Chasm is it's an abyss, I would say. Abyss is a bottomless chasm. There's no end to it, and you have to cross the chasm. You can't cross it because it's so deep, and it creates an impact of, the sense of, you get trepidated when you see the chasm. This chasm is related to the law. I'm talking about the law with regard to this case. Because of these little pitfalls, the case got delayed for so many days and so many years. It took 8 good years to get this, almost 8 good years. To be precise, 7 years, a few months, but yet it's longer than enough. It was such a heinous crime which was committed by all these. In fact, there were 6 of the culprits, right? And they were found guilty instantly because of the evidences that were being found, that had been found at that point in time. And 2 of them escaped because of the juvenile delinquency. So under that section, they have been, freed, and rest 4. So these were the 4 guys who got strangled, right? Day before, I think yesterday, yeah. Yesterday, or today, I don't know. Just my mind is fading. I think it was yesterday or probably today morning for 4 or 5 a.m. But there was this guy, Krishna, the persona which I just discussed, who fought this case without charging anything from the NIRBHAYA's mother. And there were, on the contrary to this persona, there was this person who goes by the name A.P. Singh. Now, he functioned as a defense lawyer, and he is a pass-out guy. He's a pass-out guy from Lucknow University in 1997. And this guy, there is a friend of mine who sits at the juxtaposition of mine in the High Court of Patna. And so this guy is a friend of A.P. Singh. He narrated a small story which I can't share now with you guys. But yes, on the basis of that, I could make out that what this guy is trying to portray about the persona of Mr. A.P. Singh, who is a lawyer in this one. So it's job is job. So he was doing his job with all the factuals and everything according to the law. He followed the law. Obviously, he must have found some pitfalls on account of which he took few steps further. And throughout the journey, throughout the case, he was trying to defend these 2 guys, right? With only 2 points, he kept on repeating the points, replicating the whole scenario, and these 2 scenarios respectively are known as: first was, obviously, it's a juvenile delinquent, and second, the 4 culprits, the 4 culprits were not present at the crime scene, or the rapist was not present at the crime scene. And in the middle of the conversation, when the case was going on in the courtroom, this guy said that their parents had been bribed in this case. The rapist's parents were bribed. They tried to bribe the rapist's parent, and the moment he was about to proceed in his statement, Mr. Justice CJI stopped him right there at that point of time. Instantly. I don't know what was the tone, because I was not present there, but this is a factual that has come out, and it was completely negated, and he was stopped in the middle of his making statement. And finally, so it did not. Why I'm happy is this case did not end abruptly, because I was, in the end, I was coerced by the fact that I was thinking that this case can go each side, but it was due to the benevolence of God, I would say in the end, it took a time, but it ended well. So this is the whole scenario. The whole point of my discussing this case with you guys is, see, there are two kind of personalities. One is good, the other is bad. Mr. Krishnan was good in this case, and Mr. Singh was bad in this case. So we should always be aware of these kind of two respective personalities whenever we come across in our daily life, right? And we should use our intellect to dissect what kind of persona is this frontier whom I am facing right now. Is he a good one or a bad one? The heart says it. The only thing that you gotta do is listen with a concentration and listen to your heart with all awareness. Then you can catch hold of that persona and you can dig down to the topic, to the environment, to the condition, and then you can come up with an absolute solution then and there. You can use your mind and then take a decision, because it helps immensely making your decision and progress in your life, right? So this is how it goes. Next case, I'll prepare, and then I will see that I get messages from you guys. Obviously, as I mentioned, that your messages will motivate me if you keep liking my video, because I've just started my journey here. So if you like it and subscribe, please subscribe, and so that I'll be motivated and I'll speak up on the respective topics. And please do mention the topics as well on which I have to portray my thoughts, and bring on those figurative sentences to portray it, so that you can get a figure of the scenario in your mind and interests you. It should interest you first of all. Only then you'll be able to hit that and take a guts to click it on the like button, and the moment you click it, I'll be motivated for sure, right? So thank you so much for listening to me, and then see you in my next video. Bye, take care.